Hi everyone, I'm back in front of you with a new video, and there's something really important that I want to discuss with you today. And let me tell you what it is that I'm going to be talking about. Well, there was something that happened in Chicago recently, and some of you may have seen this in the news already. For those who did not, let me give you some more information. In Chicago recently, a city council meeting became very chaotic. There was a lot of chaos during a city council meeting in Chicago. And you may be wondering, why was there chaos? What happened? What went wrong? There's unfair treatment in the city of Chicago. Unfair treatment. There was chaos because of unfair treatment. Let me explain. The residents of Chicago are sick and tired of Chicago politicians spending American taxpayer dollars to house migrants. Americans living in the city of Chicago feel that they are being treated unfairly. Americans and legal, that's the key word, Americans and legal immigrants are struggling to make ends meet. They are working hard, they are paying taxes to government, and the government is taking those funds and the government is spending millions and millions and millions of taxpayer dollars on undocumented immigrants. And that's why there's growing frustration in the city of Chicago. Now, Chicago, it's a beautiful city. There are tall buildings, there are expensive condos and penthouses, there are luxury cars on the roads. And it's an overall beautiful city. There's a lot of luxury, but there's also a lot of poverty in the city of Chicago. There's homelessness, there's food insecurity, and there are many American citizens living in Chicago who are on the verge of financial collapse. There are lots of families, American families in the city of Chicago, who have been trying for years and for decades to overcome their financial problems, but they are still falling behind. There are many Americans living in Chicago who are working 2 or 3 jobs, and they are still unable to make ends meet. And what does the City Council of Chicago do? Rather than helping low-income Americans, rather than helping homeless Americans, rather than helping American children stuck in poverty, rather than helping American seniors suffering in their old age, the City Council of Chicago allocates millions and millions of dollars for the undocumented immigrants. And therefore, many Chicago residents decided to express their concerns to their elected representatives during a city council meeting. And eventually, the sergeant at arms was ordered to clear the room, and the meeting was suspended until November 16th. Now, let me ask you, what is a city council? What is a city council? A city council is made up of elected representatives who are supposed to govern according to the will of their constituents. They are elected to govern in a way that focuses on the best interest of the constituents. My friends, there are different layers of government: local government, state government, federal government. There are village boards, there are town boards and city councils and county boards, and then there are state assembly, there's state assembly, state senate, and then, of course, at the federal level, you have the legislative branch of government, which is the United States Congress. So there are different levels of government: local, state, federal. And the common thing is that people who get elected to serve are all public servants. People who get elected to serve in these different bodies, whether it's a village board or a city council or a state assembly or House of Representatives at the federal level, the people who get elected, they are elected representatives and they are public servants. They are supposed to focus on serving their constituents. But the city council in Chicago is prioritizing foreign nationals who have crossed the border to enter the United States. That is, the City Council of Chicago is prioritizing the undocumented immigrants, and in the process, American citizens and legal immigrants in the city of Chicago are being left behind. Millions and millions of American taxpayer dollars are being spent to provide housing and other services to the undocumented immigrants while Americans in Chicago continue to suffer. Now the question is, what's happening in Chicago? Is it fair? No, it's not. Ask yourself, is it fair? Are the American citizens and legal immigrants in Chicago being treated fairly? Why is the City Council in Chicago prioritizing undocumented immigrants rather than focusing on American citizens and legal immigrants? My friends, Chicago residents are finally realizing how unfairly they are being treated, and that is why people are speaking up. And when they speak up, the City Council meeting gets suspended until a later date. And that is why I say that the city of Chicago has lots and lots of problems. The city needs new leadership. The city needs leaders who will prioritize American citizens and legal immigrants. Chicago needs new leaders who will prioritize Chicago residents and use people's tax dollars properly. People who will govern efficiently. The city of Chicago, it's a beautiful city, but the city needs new leaders. Leaders who will govern efficiently and who will use American taxpayer dollars properly, rather than allocating millions and millions of dollars for undocumented immigrants. My friends, I appreciate hearing from you. I appreciate the fact that a lot of people have been watching my videos and they are reaching out to me to share with me their thoughts and comments. You can send me your comments. You can go to tausifanam.net. That's my website. And when you're on my website, you'll see an option to send me a message. So if you've got thoughts that you want to share with me, if you are a Chicago resident and you are very concerned about what's going on in your city and you want to share your thoughts with me, you can do so by going to my website, tausifanam.net, and by sending me a message. You can also find me on social media. I'm on Facebook, I'm on Twitter, I'm on Instagram. You can connect with me on social media and let me know what your views and opinions are. Thank you for continuing to watch my videos. Please do not forget to subscribe to my YouTube channel. Stay connected with me, and I hope to be back again soon with a new video. Thank you for watching.